everybody, my name is Archangel, and welcome back to Disco Elysium Part 8. So today we are finally on day 2, and we are going to be continuing with what I wanted to do last time but couldn't because of the time of day that we were in. And that is investigate the doomed commercial area, because I'm interested in this little side quest, and I want to go find out what that's about. So that's what we're going to start off doing. That might take up the time today. I'm not really sure. We'll see where it goes. So we'll just go ahead. We'll go ahead and get started. So, I need to knock on the door or all right, let's go. Not sure if I need to go and find Kim or not, or if he'll just spawn in next to me. Oh, wait, right. This is open now, isn't it? Oh, and Kim needs to talk. All right, let's start off with some of this first. Hello.
Morning. I've got some good news. I took care of the body. The thought of him decomposing in my MC wouldn't let me sleep. I'm just glad he's gone. We have other matters to attend to.
Yep.
Oh well, we'll get the armored boots in another lifetime. The lieutenant is downplaying his contribution. He got up before sunrise to get this done, and now he's quite pleased with himself for taking care of the gruesome business so efficiently.
The Union muscle finally turned up, and they look rowdy. We need to talk to them.
What do you mean rowdy? Are these men the men Gart told us about yesterday?
This is clearly the Union's peacekeeping.
Oh, I picked the wrong dialogue option.
The one he said hanged our victim.
Uh-huh.
We can't be sure, of course. Evart may have lied to us. He definitely has an agenda of his own. Either way, we need to interview them, and it won't be easy.
What do you mean rowdy?
I mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCM being here. They prefer to be policed by the Union. These men here, men who drink beer for breakfast, I have no doubt these are the Hardy Boys Evart told us about. The ones who keep the peace around here. And the big one must be Hardy himself.
There are so many of them, maybe we should call for reinforcements.
One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, streetwise. Zoom right past. Do it on your own terms. But aren't you curious to know what they have to say about the murder?
I know I am.
They're in no
A little
hurry to
bit.
leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me.
Sure thing, bud. Hello, boys.
Over here.
Oh. Hello.
Let me handle this. Detective skin color. I'm still black, as you can see.
I'm so sorry about that.
Any more keen-eyed observations?
Her entire character has shifted. This young woman is cold as ice. She's right. You're basically an epidermochromatic police officer.
You're the gardener. You lied to me. You're not a gardener. An observation. I was reacting to stimuli. That's right.
No, I am not a gardener. I'm a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union. So let's get to
okay.
it. You're looking for Titus Hardy? You think he has information that will help you? Maybe he does. That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming. Nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her.
What's your role in all of this? What if I want to talk to you, not Titus? What are you going to do to me? Why are you so aggressive? I should talk to Titus then. Yeah.
This is where you say your bit.
Uh-huh.
Detective,
Don't see anything. First, we need to talk about your attitude. We need to talk about the man hanged out back.
Oh, this is about him. A real looker, that won't.
You sure took your time, huh? Waited for him to get real ripe and pretty for you.
Oh, he was a real pretty boy. Hanging up there, letting out that pretty boy smell.
I can't for the life of me understand why you did it. I mean, I would have just left him up there. You must really like cleaning up other people's shit.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
Scan the room. The man hanged in the backyard. Did you do it? I'm going to take off now.
The pretty boy. You guys really love talking about that pretty boy.
funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
Spoken to the head of the union. Why is there a container belt around the dead man's neck? You're involved somehow. I just don't have proof yet.
Container belt? Like we use in the harbor? Because we took it from the harbor where we work. Then we went out back and used it to hang him. We did this together. All of us. Until he was dead. That's why there's a container belt around his neck.
There's a catch hidden somewhere. He didn't confess so that you could take them all away. It's too simple.
But there's a catch. So you just confessed to murder. That's it. The game's over. We got a perpetrator.
There is no catch. These 7 honest men have all equally come forth to tell you what happened, so that you don't waste any more of your time.
I'm
All
sure.
7 together. They're diluting responsibility. It's an anti-arrest tactic.
You murdered him just like that. No remorse. Who called the shots that night? When did this hanging incident occur? Why did you kill him? How did you kill him? How does the bullet in his head factor into this? Why don't I just arrest you? I wonder if this is a situation where we can ask each question down the line, or we only pick one and then it unfolds from there. About that.
There was a bullet in the dead man's brain. Why was it there if you hanged him?
How the fuck do I know? Anyone could have shot him. Target practice, maybe.
Interesting, sire. It's as if he's lying to protect someone. He's not very good at it.
This line of questioning is over. You got the cause of death already? Hanging. If there's any post-mortem trauma, it's your problem. This will not turn into a cross-examination.
Okay. Who called the
Are you
shots
deaf?
that night?
There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a Hardy boy without arresting all Hardy boys. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
A trick question. Don't let her lead the conversation.
Who do you fucking think does?
You do. You give the commands. I thought she did. The biggest animal dominates the herd. I'm guessing it's the big one. Gangs are usually run by the oldest, most venerable member. Everett Clare runs the union. You answer to him, right? Huh. Interesting. I don't know which way to go with this one. Huh. See, if he runs things, saying that Everett Clare does might get under his again? I don't know if that's how this game works. If there's a little bit of psychology involved in which option you pick. Hmm.
That's right, asshole. Titus Hardy runs the Hardy Boys. Ain't that so, fellas?
I think you got your answer, Mr. Law.
No, you did not get an answer. Titus does administrative work. He pushes paper, fills out forms. The others can't read. But on that night, they all acted as one man.
Why did you kill him?
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out alive in my town.
So he was a mercenary, that's it?
And he stepped out alive.
Okay.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Kohoy and Semenine written all over him. Ex-Oranese Special Forces.
A live grenade, right here in our bar.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara.
Hold on, how do you even know he was in Special Forces? Right, but what did he actually do wrong?
Cause one night he walked straight up to the mic and said, "I'm RNA's goddamn special forces, and I'm gonna fuck you all."
Really?
Got it.
Yeah, really. Had a gin and tonic up there, sang some RNA's paratrooper song, and said he's gonna fuck everyone.
We couldn't believe it either, but he fucking did, right there. Like some kind of animal.
Sire, the tale is true. This is a serious violation of the karaoke code.
And crimes against karaoke, what did he actually do wrong?
Wrong? He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning.
Okay.
From rape to harassment to threats of violence. Why the strange de-escalation?
To kill us all if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over. And that was before he started coming here.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started coming here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grabbed one of ours mid-karaoke, right there on the stage.
He grabbed someone?
Yeah, this girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl, young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming, "Show me your cunt! Why don't you show me your cunt?" Then, he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down.
The same girl who was sexually assaulted. Okay, then, now about the man you killed.
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it.
Okay, well,
Cleared out before anything else could happen.
okay,
Yeah,
thank you
the
for letting me
team got
know.
around. Aren't you fucking listening?
Just making sure.
There's
Jeez.
something odd here. Seems like they don't want to talk about that rape Titus mentioned. Why not? This is a serious allegation. Make them talk about it.
Right, but who did he rape then? This is a very serious allegation.
No, you're not getting the name. That's a Martinez matter, and I'm not discussing it with you clowns.
There's nothing you can do for now. He's stonewalling you.
Okay.
We
How
hanged him up
to
by
kill him?
his neck until he got real still. Wasn't that obvious, Copper?
Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school, idiot?
The autopsy showed there were no ligature marks. His hands were not tied. Can you explain that?
The lieutenant goes in for the leg sweep. Titus does not see it coming.
We... Look, I'm not gonna play 20 questions with you, Capo. I'll say it again. We killed him.
Yeah,
I knocked him out. Came up behind him and clapped him in the back of the head. He went down like a sack of sand.
That's right, lawman. And then we hanged the fuck.
Make them a bit more uncomfortable first, then see if it all adds up.
Used to knock the victim out. Where did this action take place? Things aren't quite right here, are they? Right, I have another question about the lynching. Yikes. I don't know what to do.
My fucking elbow, Copper. Samaran boxing style.
Samaran boxing, or Sambo, is an eloquently violent set of one-on-one fighting moves, originating from the Samaran Isola. Sambo style implies stealth, cleverness, and cool. He may be lying, but he's good at it. No twitching, no rushing, no uncalled for details.
Where did all this action take place?
Right fucking here. Eugene already told you that the fuck had started coming to our bar.
Okay, well, can you be more specific? Okay. Oh, okay. It gets higher the more questions you ask. Got it. Okay.
Actually,
Oh my
they're
gosh,
admirably,
what?
surprisingly composed. The entire room. Given how many questions you've lobbed their way.
Seriously? 92%? And I still failed? What if I just kill myself right here?
Well, this one. But he's always fidgeting, so don't get your hopes up.
Like what, Copper?
So what are we going to do now? There isn't really much else that I can get out of this, is there?
Nothing. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez, go back to your stations where you belong.
I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up here, Titus. I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder. Even if it is a group responsibility, we're going to look into this.
Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us. Real law officials.
3%.
You're lucky you didn't get a beating.
Scan the room. I want to talk about the hanging again. Still haven't explained the bullet I found in the hangman's head. Me and Everett talked. He promised you'd cooperate.
Oh, so you went and talked to my mommy, and now she's making me play with you. Is that it, lawman?
And what's gonna happen if we don't? You gonna go and tell on us?
I would never tell on someone. Let's change the subject. Very mature, guys. Everett sent word, right?
Yeah, I heard him. The fuck do you think I'm doing here? You'd have your ass handed to you if it wasn't for the boss man's word. Let me state this very clearly, Capo. Hello, officer. I'm Titus Hardy, and these are my boys, Hardy boys. How may we assist you?
But having Everard back you up like that did seem to have some effect.
You still on about that bullet? A bullet in a hangman's head. You're right, Copper. That is mighty curious.
Indeed, mighty. How did it get there?
Well, there are so many bullets in the world, and so many heads.
Yeah, that's great and everything.
I guess it's a little logical. At some point, one of them bullets had to end up in one of them heads.
I'm
It's
sure.
bound to happen again, you know? Just statistically speaking, of course.
Sire, it would be an event most dramatic if you were to produce the bullet and dangle it before their very eyes.
Okay, am I feeling very particularly dramatic at 8 in the morning? I'm gonna ask you again, why was this in the victim's head? hanging was a cover-up for the shooting. You guys shoot him. Don't worry, we'll figure this out sooner or later.
Wow! He's got it in a real evidence bag and all!
Why don't you go home and log it into evidence? These men have told you what happened.
You know what I think? I think he was shot in the head as a kid, and his brain grew around the bullet.
Around the bullet, man. That's a good one.
All the goofing around is to avoid lying. It's a technique.
Don't worry, we'll figure this out sooner or later. Yeah,
Never
this is not
been
going anywhere.
worried in my life, lawman.
It's not like he blew it wide open, but there's a little crack in there somewhere.
No. I's here. You got business with my boys. You got business with me.
He understood what you were doing, taking inventory of them.
Yeah! You fuck with the Hardy boys, you fuck with Titus Hardy!
Relax, Dennis. No one is fucking you yet.
Yeah, Dennis, calm down. No one's fucking you, you stupid fuck.
Let Dennis enjoy his fucking, man. We don't mind.
Yeah, you're not even being fucked, Dennis.
Easy, fellas. We got company. Let's see.
Too late.
Oh,
You already
whoops.
scanned the room. You got a pretty good picture.
Fucking say something already!
Yeah, we're gonna leave. Bye. Maybe we'll leave if the game will let me. Okay, thank you. Okay, good. Lovely. Okay, so now that we're done with that, we can finally do the thing that I was setting out to do in this video. Oh, right, and I have a level up. Hold on. I have a skill point. I just don't know what to put it into. Art of Persuasion. Lie and detect lies. Understand creativity. See art in the world. Reconstruct crime scenes. Make laws of physics. Charm men and women. Connect to Station 41. Understand cop culture. Intimidate the public. Understand others. Hunches and gut feelings. Dreams and waking life. You have to hurt yourself more. Let's go with this. And then we also have prove your authority to Titus Hardy. Yeah, we can do that later. We're gonna go do this. We're just gonna go and try and get this done. That'll probably be, and after that's over, probably be where I will end things after this. Oh, right. I need to get out the flashlight, I believe. There we go. I totally remember how to navigate through here. 100%. It's RPG in the universe. Let's see. Oh. Yes, I will take that money. Thank you. I think that's all in here. More money. We're close to having exactly what I need for Gart for later, which is great. What is this?
This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired framework. The keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer.
A radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside.
What he means is that these things cost money. Why would anyone just leave it behind? This is the Ream Civic radio computer, model RC5120, equipped with a Feld mainframe and a Ream-compatible printer.
You think I should turn it on?
We have one of these down at the station, but I never really learned how to use it.
That's not an answer, Kim.
The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open. It's empty like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected. The filament you have would fit perfectly inside the compartment.
Insert the production
Like a
schedule.
smooth draw, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking. A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall, until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air.
Good morning. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
What's the production schedule? Why did you call me Fortress Accident? Who are you? What are you? A machine or are you alive? That's all for now.
The filament you have inserted into the reader. Yes. Is that the production schedule? Good. Please repeat the password.
Password? Of course it would have a password. That's why there's a human administrator involved.
A password? Is it? I'm really bad at passwords. Can you give me a hint? Is it my birthday? This is the police. Please open this thing. I don't know the password.
No.
A hint system is not part of the protocol for repeater stations.
Received. I will register this login attempt.
Don't worry. Passwords have a way of turning up sooner or later.
Okay,
Fortress
great.
Accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today? Thank you, and goodbye.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Nothing happens.
Okay. That's it for now, I think. Oh, zoomed in. Whoops. Unless there is
This old
anything.
fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker. The mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels on alabaster skin. It looks ghostly and strangely ancient. The whole thing resembles Kadran mosaic tiles. Very pedantic. History classes, students with their textbooks open, studying the roots of our civilization. Those aquarelle blue tiles looked beautiful in the sun. Radio frequencies, it seems. UKV 123.6, UKV 123.7, UKV 123.9. Some written notes, too. Sparse and cryptic. Unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced.
Of course, the anatomy of the curse.
Perhaps. The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled the Game Master Frequency. A note says, this one can listen in on any station it wants. They must have had massive airwidth. These things don't come cheap. Whoever decides to call in to a call-in station, it looks like. A list of names under the stations suggests people across 6 Isolas would be playing. Muindi, Insulinda, Kotla, Grad, Samara, and even Ilmara. There's no way a little basement studio working here could pull anything like this off.
My God. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became.
Cost of air width alone must have been huge. Why do you say that?
Exactly. This schedule, I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
What else?
Nothing. It's just lines on marble. An echo from times long gone. No one has used the fireplace in ages.
Oh. What did we get? Alright, Kim, let's go. $2 and a healing item. Heck yeah.
A thick layer of coal dust.
Never investigated down here.
Coloring it pitch black. It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice or several voices talking to each other. Near the smoke chamber, upstairs, the echo is so prominent, it's impossible to discern what the voices are saying or what's producing them.
What are you doing?
Hallucinating, or maybe it's the entity. You're the murderer of the hanged man talking. I'm not sure, Kim, but I think I can hear someone talking
Wait,
upstairs.
Really? Maybe it's coming from behind those safety curtains we saw upstairs.
Okay. Maybe it's the malignant entity. Place on set. It lives in a chimney.
You're right. The rooms do look like they're connected. But malignant entities don't exist. At least not the supernatural kind.
Always has to be the skeptic, this man.
Yeah, we're not gonna yell hello at the malignant entity. Where exactly were those? Was that safety curtain again? Flashlight, strange shadow, hidden doorway here. Oh. Go over here real quick. You're still running.
2 cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby.
Insane mesh tank top. Okay, that's funny. Okay, so not entirely certain where I'm supposed to be going up here.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red, watching over all the ice cream wrappers hidden inside its belly.
Okay. Come on. Only so many directions I can move the joystick. This controller. Alright, where was the safety curtains again? Oh, here, right.
As before, an iron safety curtain curves before your eyes. It covers half the room, blocking the way into a colossal industrial chimney. This is directly above the central furnace in the cellar. The voices probably came from here. Still nothing. No one's home. Those curtains prove to be surprisingly sturdy. Your fist hurts now.
There must be another way to wake up whoever is in there. Maybe we can try yelling into the
Oh,
furnace downstairs.
okay. I mean, I guess we can try. I didn't exactly have great probabilities on that, but sure. We'll go down here and see if yelling in there will help.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
Thank goodness I can retry it.
Something
There we go.
breaks loose in you.
Great.
A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then,
Hello?
This is the police who's there. I summon the ghost of this doomed commercial area. Answer me, spirit. Hello, are you there? Speak to me.
Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety curtain on the second floor. I'll open it.
you hear a low rumble upstairs. The sound of a curtain being pulled aside.
After you, officer.
Sure thing, let's go. Clear this from my quest log. Oh my gosh, come on. Oh. Hundreds of them.
Hello, I'm Nia. Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Milius. So what kind of dye are you looking for?
She's got a direct view to the backyard. You should interrogate her about the lynching.
Hold on, what do you mean by Milius? You must have confused me with someone else. I haven't knocked on your window. Why are you asking me about dice?
I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why you're here, yes?
No, I was looking for something else. Answers. Not interested in buying dice right now. I'm a police officer and I need to ask some questions.
Of course, I can see that. I just thought you were a police officer looking for dice. How else can I help you then?
No falsehoods are present. She's a novelty dice maker and doesn't have anything to hide. Ask what you need.
What do you know about the man who was lynched behind the whirling in rags?
Nothing really. I didn't know him.
The lieutenant looks at his notebook. Then, the woman under the large window.
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear anything unusual last Sunday evening?
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window.
What do you mean by the daily ruckus? And you never took your eyes off the work to look out of the window? You often work Sunday nights.
I might have, but in this case, all I would have seen is my own reflection staring back from the darkness.
It's light here, but dark in the yard at night.
It's really hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark outside. Besides, I rarely get up to look out the window when I'm in the zone.
Do you often work on
It's
Sunday
an odd
nights?
profession, making dice for people, but I like it, and I prefer doing this to sitting at home. Well, there's always something going on in the Whirling's backyard. During daytime, there are usually those kids, and lately I've been seeing a lot of drunk workers hanging about. Must be because of the strike.
She's heard of the murder, but did not see it, sire.
But I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid.
I see. Thank you for your
She
answers.
nods.
Anything else, officer?
Hey, where are we anyway? What is this
We're
place?
inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know. But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus.
Creative.
When she arrived here, there was no room anywhere else. She must have known the other businesses.
I've heard this place is cursed. Did you know that people call it the doomed commercial area?
I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true.
Plaisance is the one who sent me. She's convinced that the place is swarming with malicious energies.
Plaisance, the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energies spared her somehow?
Plaisance is a wise woman. She has Semini's trinkets protecting her against the curse. Actually, the bookstore isn't doing that well. There are hardly any customers, and she has to exploit her own daughter to keep the company going. The curse is just biding its time before it strikes again. Sooner or later, everyone will fail, even her. I don't know why the bookstore hasn't gone bankrupt yet. That's what I'm here to investigate.
All right. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the whirling in rags? Some people say it's part of the building complex.
Hold on, the whirling is part of the doomed commercial area? Still a separate building, the malicious energies can't reach there. No, the whirling isn't doing well either. Its waitress just took off and the customers have trouble paying bills. You're right, the whirling doesn't really look like it's cursed.
And then there is me. I've been here for 14 years, selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Not exactly a million-real business idea, yet somehow I've survived despite the talk of malicious energies. Strange, isn't it?
Maybe it's just because she's so talented that she's been able to woo the curse.
Plaisance thinks it's because you're the source of it, a malignant entity. It's because you're competent and dedicated to your craft. The curse doesn't affect people like you. The curse will get you too, I have no doubt about it.
Malignant entity? What does that even mean? Some kind of sorceress? What about you, officer? Do you think I'm the malignant entity?
I'm starting to see that there is no curse, only business decisions and natural market fluctuations. Honestly, I'm still not sure. This world is a puzzling place.
Exactly. Truth is always so disappointingly mundane and boring. But I'm glad we got this sorted out. Anything else I can help you with today?
That's all she has to say on the subject. She's been thorough and truthful, as far as we can see.
Do you know what happened to other tenants? Everyone else is gone.
Yes. Are you interested in anyone specific?
Oh, quite a lot of them spring to mind.
Hair salon, gym, broken windows, stuffed animals, creepy mannequins, rotor blades and skis, terrifying taxidermy bear in the cellar, building's intercom, but it's not working. Oh boy, that's a lot of questions. Let's do that.
Oh boy, the fabled Revo Show ICT. You're in for a treat here. The place was owned by two guys who had some rather innovative ideas about marketing. The bear was one of them. Now ask me about their other ideas.
Indeed. What were the other ideas?
There was really just one, and it involved picking out the prettiest girls in the neighborhood and paying them 20 cents per hour to man the booth. And by man the booth, I mean slump behind the counter with a face that could maim you if you ever dared to disturb their bored magazine browsing.
Fritta does the same thing.
What did they expect? 20 cents per hour is dog's pay. I'm surprised they showed up to work at all. Award-winning idea. How else do you choose people around you?
Oh, but they did. They did show up to work, and not alone. There were also acne-ridden girlfriends and gorilla-like boyfriends loitering near the ice cream stand. And they already had the bear. Of course not. The bear was terrifying. No one wants ice cream guarded by a hostile apex predator. To make matters worse, the fridge didn't work too well either, and half the ice cream came out malformed and partially melted. Eventually, Ravishell Ice City lost the price war to its rival, Glacé 5000. Glacé 5000 sold caramel sundaes for only 5 cents a piece, out of regular fridges. Maybe, because the taxidermist who made the bear definitely wasn't. Doing his job, I mean.
How come?
He said that the bear was his vision beast. He said he met his vision beast while high on desiccants. Called it Megatherion.
Sounds cool.
Great. To hear about bears anymore, let's move on.
Oh, I totally understand. Anything else?
Actually, I think I'm good now that I've heard the bear's dark
Clarify things a bit.
backstory.
What else?
Now that I've heard the bear's dark backstory, I think we're good here. Thank you for your time. You're the most normal person I've talked to this entire time that I've played this game. Alright, what do I have? Okay, Alright. Alright, now we can go back to Plaisance and give her the info she wanted about all of this. If she even needs it, I don't actually know. If we need to go back and report back to her or something. Where was the door to this? Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah. I can take the... Don't really need the, flashlight anymore. Sure, we'll have a crowbar and a shopping bag. Hello.
You're alive and well. Don't keep me waiting now. What's in there? In that dark sarcophagus? Yes, yes. How was it?
Tell her how ghastly it was. You know it's what she wants to hear.
It was a charnel house of failed business enterprises leeching life energy from this bookstore.
I knew it. Oh, such horrors that have been thrust upon us. But what else did you find? Did anything survive? No, of course not. Have you located the entity? A novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep.
No, ma'am. I've felt her aura. She's not the one to blame for this curse.
I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom? How did she explain the curse?
The narrative she's built herself, it does need tearing down. She's squeezing on the pendant too tight. A drop of blood in her palm. To hell with it. Perchance you ought to just lie, sire.
There's no curse because there are too many inconsistencies. The source is the taxidermist shop. He became involved in arts darker than taxidermy and brought the void spirits down upon this place. Honestly, I don't have an answer yet. There still leads to be followed, like the strange radio computer thing. There's another entity more malignant, pulling the strings in Martinez. Perhaps in my travels, I will cross paths with it.
A third order presence, yes. I've heard of these triactors. In certain occult literature, that's too dark to dwell on for too long, and definitely not in public. I understand everything, sir. Thank you for your descending into the maelstrom. I will keep fort up here, strengthen the wards, do my best. And if you happen upon the third entity in your travels, may the Lord be with you.
Well,
sure thing, Betty.
This has been absolutely educational. If we happen on the third presence in our travels, we will certainly come back to tell you. Should we get out of here before the
yes, please
collapses?
Yes, Kim, thank you. Let's go. What a wonderful little side quest. That might actually, we somehow actually did manage to make some kind of progress during this episode, so that's great. But I think that is going to be where I end it for today. So thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all the things at the end of YouTube videos. You can follow me on Blue Sky and Twitch, and all that fun stuff will be in the description below. And I will see you all next time.